Giovanni Martini, sometimes known as Giovanni Martino, was born in the winter of 1851-52 in southern Italy and abandoned at an orphanage on January the 28th, 1852. He immigrated to the United States in 1873, working as a laborer in New York City. 1 year later, he enlisted in the United States Army under the name John Martin. By 1876, Martini was attached to the U.S. 7th Cavalry under the command of George Armstrong Custer. On the morning of June the 25th, 1876, Martini was temporarily assigned to serve as one of Custer's 3 bugler-orderlies. On that day, at the Battle of the Little Bighorn, 5 companies of the U.S. 7th Cavalry, under the direct command of George Armstrong Custer, were wiped out. Martini survived. General Alfred Terry later said to him, "Well, you are a lucky man." As the attack unfolded and Custer first viewed the enormous size of the village, he gave his orderly Martini a verbal message for Captain Benteen to bring his battalion forward with a pack train containing the reserve ammunition as quickly as possible. Adjutant Cook stopped Martini and scribbled a written message to reinforce Custer's order to Benteen. Cook apparently felt Martini, who had a thick Italian accent, needed a written message to clarify Custer's order. Cook's scribbled message read, "Benteen, come on. Big village, be quick. Bring packs. P.S. Bring packs." Martini started back on the trail in search of Captain Benteen. He met Boston Custer riding to join the command. Martini was later fired on by Indians who wounded his horse in the hip. Martini rode on and met Benteen. According to Martini, Benteen asked, "Where is General Custer?" Martini said, "About 3 miles from here." Benteen said, "Is Custer being attacked or not?" And Martini said, "Yes, he is being attacked," and said no more. Or at least this is Martini's account. Benteen was later to testify that Martini told him that the Indians were skedaddling. Martini told later chroniclers that he did not tell Benteen that the Indians were skedaddling. Some say that Benteen prevaricated after the battle. Others say that, remembering many years after the battle, an old and feeble Martini just got it wrong. Martini and the remaining 7th Cavalry companies not riding with Custer defended Reno Hill for 36 hours until they were rescued by General Terry's column. After the battle, Martini remained in the Army, transferring to the artillery. He served in the Spanish-American War and retired as a sergeant on January the 4th, 1904. He died on December the 24th, 1922, in New York City. Martini had married in 1879. His eldest son was named George, in honor of George Armstrong Custer. Custer's final message to Captain Benteen to come quick, bring packs, written down by Adjutant Cook, went missing for decades. In the 1920s, one of Custer's early biographers, William Graham, tried to locate the missing document, only to be told by Bentine's son that all his father's papers had been destroyed when their house had burned down many years before. This turned out to be incorrect. Captain Bentine had given the famous message to an Army officer friend, Captain Price. The message finally came to rest in the hands of a New Jersey collector for 50 years before being put up for auction. By a happy circumstance, Colonel Charles Francis Bates learned of the existence of the message and secured it for the museum at West Point, where it resides today.